Yeah. 7-6 Super. You already know, man, from Chicago to Ghana. You know what I'm saying? Ghana, Guinea, Mali. You feel me? Coast to coast. It ain't no more options. It's only straight ahead, man. Open roads. You know what I'm saying? We moving straight along on you, man. This for anybody and everybody that they ever said wasn't gonna be nothing, man. You know? Yeah.
They thought I would be nothing. Be nothing. Be nothing. Would be nothing. Be nothing. They said I'll never be nothing. Be nothing. Be nothing. Never be nothing. Be something. I said I'll show them something. Be something. Be something. Never be nothing. Be something. I said I'll show them something. Be something. Be something. Be something.
Yeah. See, your soul is so very eternal, but your life is so very impermanent. So the trick is to go beyond time, using spirits to make sure your message is resonant. Get to taking each second as sacred, cause your time is not to be wasted. Yeah, your mind is stronger than basic. Time to do something, be one of the greatest. Yes, I know it gets harder than hard, so you gotta think smarter than smart. Don't you never forget who you are, so you live in your body but come from the stars. While it only gets harder and harder, targets you aiming for seem to get smaller. Keep walking that straight and that narrow, but just know that one day your path will get broader. Ay, get it how you live and live how you get it, then break it down and build it how you envision. See the mission clear as high definition. You be the king and wear that crown in your kingdom. Watch what you becoming. This is all the faculty of one. Look inside and just see what you want. Then look out at the world and go conquer.
I can see the sun rising high through you. I can see the sun rising high. They thought I would be nothing. Be nothing. Would be nothing. They said I'll never be nothing. Be nothing. Never be nothing. I said I'll show them something. Be something. Never be nothing. I said I'll show them something. Be something. Be something. United we stand. United we fall. Cause we ain't gon' fall, no.
When you only had your thoughts alone, they said you never build a roof for your head. They had no idea that destiny would turn around and build you a mansion. So, I believe in you. I believe in you. If you're blessed to have people that believe in you, what you gonna give back? I believe in you. I believe in you. Be something. Be something. I be that young palm frond, but of course, I rise above my fathers. I check. But I'm just young palm frond, of course, so I still pay them homage.
Haidon Balau, make me bigger. Oh, Batalau, make me bigger. My greatest mommy, make me bigger. My grandest father, make me bigger. Sweet Oshun, make me bigger. Cause I run pure like your rivers. True Ogun, make me bigger. Them think they stronger, but they lesser. We keep a stool, it's a two-seater. Oh, Confanochi, make it bigger. And Shango, keep it lit up. Olo Dumare, make me bigger. Pele. Look at my character, look how I carried you, never embarrassed you. Said you be there for me, I need you here with me, now it's imperative. It's looking like destiny, I don't fear failure, success is scary. No more barriers, clear my area. Rukaka, Obatala, Obatari, Shori, Shala. White on white as clouds up high. Found your cloth and found divine. Homage to all our mothers and fathers. It's your wisdom that makes me wiser, make me bigger, take me higher. Need your love and I need your guidance. Hai Dumbalao, make me bigger. Obatalao, make me bigger. My greatest mommy, make me bigger. My grandest father, make me bigger. Sweet ocean, make me bigger. Cause I run pure like your rivers. True Ogun, make me bigger. Them think they stronger, but they lesser. We keep a stool, it's a two-seater. Okan for Nochi, make it bigger. And Shango, keep it lit up. Olodumare, make me bigger.
Obatala will make me bigger. Obatala will make me bigger. We smoke cigars to keep it lit up. We spit our chair to keep it lit up. Oh, Esho, Elegua. You keep me shining like a star. Oh, Goon kept me free when they try to jam me in the system. Sweet Ocho, make me bigger. Oh, how I love all these odichas. And Chango, make me bigger. Ignite the power from your thunder. Feeling this energy, the negativity trying to get into me. This is the enemy. Feeling this energy, positivity, let it get into me. Oh, the Dumar, grant me your blessings, receiving these messages. These are the deities all up in me, spirits of
Hai Dumbalao, make me bigger. Obatalao, make me bigger. My greatest mommy, make me bigger. My grandest father, make me bigger. Sweet ocean, make me bigger. Cause I run pure like your rivers. True Ogun, make me bigger. Them think they stronger, but they lesser. We keep a stool, it's a two-seater. Okan for Nochi, make it bigger. And Shango, keep it lit up. Olodumare, make me bigger. You know how Super go, he gon' be fucking your head up with every syllable. Nigga, I'm physically spiritual. You could talk it, but we really live it though. Elevate all of your principles, esoteric kind of rituals. Did it how they never did it though, so they could never say that I'm identical. I civilized all of the savages. I got knowledge in all of my adages. Amplify all my advantages, multiply all my residuals rapidly. Here in physical reality, manifest with metaphysicality. Hear me clearly when I'm channeling perfect magic, how I shatter the fallacies.
I'm about that slum shit. I love that camera, now watch this. It's nothing that you never been through. I room it, I already seen this. They're reading it straight from the old dude. 100% on the bullshit. I'm so involved in the voodoo. I really don't wanna speak it. Most of these people don't know shit. No purpose and don't really know shit. This little thing of ours. It's just like the mafia thing of ours. You ever seen the Wizard of Oz? Just like the Wizard of Oz. Malcolm no flex and I rule it all. One stop shopping, I do it all.
Yeah, bro in London like how you get there. I'm in Ghana like how I get here. They say you'll be on day I clear. I'ma make sure that they hit me clear. Arishi gon' fight for my victories. My Agun is always right here with me. Yeah, you bullin', but not making history. Me, I'm in tune, so I'm building my legacy. Iron skillets cooking God food. Strong pots full of strong tools. Pop culture serving dog food. Pop culture serving dog food. All this talk about the club, it ain't what you thought it was. I got water in a jug. What you want the water of mud?
Creator, my words are so old and ancient. I spit power, I share on all of these prayers. Practice spiritual maintenance, ceremonies in the basement. I spit straight with no chaser, my bow while I was not Mason. I share.
I'm not typical, why should I be? My life is atypical, it's plain to see. I don't sleep off in slavery, not thinking free. I know I'm in prison, at least I'm speaking free. If it ain't the truth, it ain't okay with me. I need that OT though, I'm not talking dreams. Balance everything, cause life's a balance thing. Practice mastery, then I think we can lean. Elevated thoughts is what keeps me afloat. My feet don't touch the ground no more, I'm on the go. Gotta live a life I always said I would. I know it takes sacrifice to get them big rewards. So all our shrines is dripping cause they eating good. Yeah, all our shrines is dripping cause we feeding good. I don't believe the hype, but I believe in me. Working 9 to 5, that ain't the way to be.
I'm a creator, my words are so old in nature. I spit power, I share on all of these prayers. Practice spiritual maintenance, ceremonies in the basement. I spit straight with no chaser, my Bible I was not basic. I share.
She say I'm not typical. My life is atypical. She say I'm not typical. My life is atypical.
This is Kansu. Get ready to change your matrix.
Black Intelligentsia Gorilla Family.
America was not built on a firm foundation. The nation called America was doomed from its inception. How do you build a nation? Killing the native people. How do you build a nation? Bringing a whole people out of Africa to America to be made slaves. This is your foundation. The world is looking at a country going to hell. You are opting to be a part of that is unraveling right in front of your eyes. You see the country cascading downward. This is America. Why do you want to get into something that is coming to an end? So we are living in the time of the unraveling of this great nation.
All right, boom. Am I live? I'm loud, goddammit. I'm black, baby. I'm black. Let me check my chat. Make sure everybody in the motherfucking hot. Just like we on, baby. Yeah. Make sure everybody in the motherfucking. All right, we on. See some motherfuckers start popping up in my chat. You know we moving the groove. I wait on you. I know y'all gonna be there. That's right. That's right. I'ma just sit back and chill. Tie my shit up. I let y'all come on in, y'all. Let me let y'all come on in. In the meantime, woo! Don't look too long. You know, I don't want y'all motherfuckers to become dizzy and fucking fall out there and bust your motherfucking head on something, nigga. Yeah, baby. We doing it big tonight, baby. I want all my family to come in. Y'all know how we do. Come on in, children. Come to the light. Come to the light. Come your ass on in. You been sitting out there in dark. See, a king drink out of this. This my little cup.
Yes, sir. What's good? What's to it? You know who it is. You already know. You already know. Yes, sir. It's good to be home, man. Team Osiris YouTube channel. Team Osiris Reloaded. Man. What a feeling, man. Team Osiris, what started it all, the foundation. It's great to be here, man. It's great to reach out to my Team Osiris family. Shout out to Team Osiris. Shout out to Gacy and Gosi, Kufu Makaru, the co-founders, along with myself, of Team Osiris. Our solution is revealed in science. One soul, infinitely resurrected in spirit. That's what Team Osiris is. Shout out to Black Intelligentsia, Gorilla Family, part of the Team Osiris Matrix. Shout out to Tiffany L. French, Team ISIS, Team Osiris Matrix. Make sure you check out her YouTube channel, Tiffany L. French. Look her up. She does wonderful work, man. Check out the sister, part of the Team Osiris Matrix. Into the Crisis, Malik. Check out his YouTube page. Into the Crisis, part of the Team Osiris Matrix. We just expanding and we're growing. And we're prominent. And we're coming into our anniversary of 10 years. We've been doing this non-stop. Other groups have tried to copy our style. You can't do it. Other groups have come and gone. Need I say names? But we're still here standing. The vanguards of Black emancipation, Black intelligentsia, and supporting humanity and all that's righteous with all human beings on the planet. There is only one race, and that is the human race. Shout out to the Free Mind family, my scientific mystics out there. Shout out to the Free Mind family. Shout out to the Zulu Union. Zulu, that's right. Zulu Union, promoting hip hop, good vibes throughout the world. Much love, much honor, much respect for each and every one of you, man. Shout out to Ancient Kemetic Moore Science Masonry. I would not be here without them. Based out of Chicago, Illinois, 1989, established. The country's only Egyptian Rite Lodge centered in African sciences. And I'm proud to be one of the originators, and I do appreciate that a great deal. Shout out to all of you. Man, it's truly an honor, and I wanted to bestow some information today that is kind of in our face. It's kind of in our face, and we don't really recognize our actual rights as citizens, or what they call consumers, of the United States. And not reading these laws, we deal in the science of social politics, social politics. We deal in the science of that. It is a science. How we socialize is a science. How we politically assert ourselves as people who have location here in the United States. And there is a legalese that determines this validity. And I want to share some things with you today. All right. And I want to kind of go into this question, man. Let me ask this question. Is the United States a government or a corporation? Is the United States a government or a corporation? So, I went to Cornell Law School. And I want you guys, I hope you have pen and paper. If not, come back and look at this video. Title 28 of the United States Code. The United States Code is what governs the laws and protects the rights of consumers. Nowhere in the United States government, in the codes that protect consumers, do you find the word citizen. But before we go there, Title 28, United States Code, Part 3002. These are the list of definitions. I want you guys to go to Part 15. Part 15 says, and I quote, the United States, quote, end quote, means a federal corporation. So the United States is a federal corporation. Now I want to clear something up here. I am not a sovereign. I've done a couple of videos a few years back on the sovereign movement. That is not what this is about. This is about understanding who you are in the structure of the federal government and how the federal government protects you. So this is important. It's important that we understand that. All right? So the federal government, Part B, Subpart B of Part 15 says, an agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States. Part C says, an instrumentality of the United States. It's an instrument of the United States. So the United States term is an instrument of the United States operating as a corporation. You guys understand that? So now, with understanding that, let's go. I want you guys to go. If you're following me, if you're watching, and you open up another browser, I want you to go to Title 15, United States Code, Part 1692, Part A, definitions. Because we're going to get some defining terms according to the standing law that's affecting each and every one of us every day. This is what we do in Team Osiris. We research. Primary. We try to research primary evidence first. So Title 15, United States Code, Part 1692, Part A, is where definitions are found. In this entire definition of terms, you will find nowhere where it says citizen. Because if you're a citizen, that means you belong to the corporation because you're collateral of a citizen. The 1933 Emergency Banking Act, signed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt on March 9, 1933. The legislation was aimed at restoring public confidence in the nation's financial system after a week-long bank holiday. Because our economy was crashing back then. So they had to give confidence to us to get back into investing in banks. So the emergency banking legislation passed by the Congress today is the most constructive step towards the solution of financial and banking difficulties. What they're trying to do is to create interest that's taxed upon the people. And we are the collateral of the United States when we operate as citizens. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not a citizen. That doesn't mean that. Okay? That doesn't mean that you're not a citizen. You are a citizen when you're operating in your legal capacity. When people talk about the birth certificate and stuff like that, that is a legal representation of you. But you are a natural person. And a natural person is a consumer under the federal government. So a natural person would be a consumer, not a citizen. You have the option to be both depending upon the circumstances. Now, what does that mean? Well, that is very important because when we look at a CEO of a corporation, a CFO, a COO, the board members, who has the most power? Let's take Walmart. If you're an employee of Walmart, what are you? You're not just an employee, you're a citizen of Walmart because you operate by the rules and mandates as a legal employee, a legal person that works for Walmart. But with these titles of administration, do you know who holds the most power in Walmart? Anyone in the chat, who holds the most power, let's say at Walmart, when you have the CEO, the board members, the CFO, the COO, who holds the most power? I'll give you a chance to answer. I'll give you a few seconds. Who holds the most power in that infrastructure in a major corporation like Walmart or any other corporation? Which one of those people owns the most power? All right? It's actually none of them. None of them own the power. The consumer owns the power. The consumer controls the power because with no consumer, there is no Walmart. There is no CEO. There is no COO. There is no CFO. All these are employees. They're the first employees of the company. They're not the owners of the company. The president, the vice president, and the treasurer. That's what they are. So look at the president of the United States. He is not the top person of the government. He is an officer of the government, the chief officer. We are the consumers of this government, and we have protection under what is called the FDCPA, the Federal Debt and Collections Practices Act, which is mandated through the United States Code, Title 15, 1692. That entire chapter protects us as consumers. So what does that mean? That means we have money coming back to us. We can't pay bills. How can you pay a bill that's in the positive? Why doesn't it say negative $100 if you overdraft? How can a utility company send you a bill and it says you owe $100? So why is it a negative $100? It's a positive on the 100 side. And I'm going to have a series, and we're going to talk further about that. But I wanted to give an intro of how the federal government protects you. So let's look at another law here. Let's look at another law. Because I'm just kind of glossing over things on purpose. All right? I want you guys to look at Title 18, United States Code, Part 8. Obligation or other security of the United States. When we receive a bill, there's one document that binds us. It binds us to the point that we don't pay bills. And that is your Social Security card. And I'm going to talk about that in another stream. Why the Social Security card ensures that you do not have to pay bills. It is actually the responsibility of the United States. Now, I'm not saying don't pay your bills. I'm not giving legal advice. This isn't legal advice. This is knowledge and research of what the laws provide for us. Because I'm not an attorney. So the term, let me read the law. It says the term obligation or other security of the United States includes all bonds, certificates, or indebtedness. That means if you're in debt, the United States has an obligation to that. National bank currency, which are NBAs. All banks are NBAs. Federal Reserve notes, which are dollars. They're Federal Reserve notes. That's an obligation to the United States, not you. Federal Reserve bank notes, coupons, United States notes, treasury bonds, gold certificates, silver certificates, fractional notes, certificates of deposit, bills, checks, drafts for money, drawn by or upon authorized officers of the United States. Bankers are authorized officers. Stamps, any other representations of value, or whatever denomination issued under any act of Congress, and canceled United States stamps. This was done June 25th, 1948. Public Law, Chapter 645, Stat and made public as 62 stat. Stat means page 685. I did give the title code, Melvin. The title code is Title 18, United States Code Part 8. I gave the code. Title 18, United States Code Part 8 of the United States Code. Title 18, United States Code Part 8. So we're not obligated to pay bills because the United States is obligated to pay our bills. Because when we operate as consumers using their money, we can't be obligated for something that we don't own. There is no wealth in a dollar. It is fiat. Let's look at another law here. Let's look at another law. We talked about the Banking Act. Here's another code. Title 15, United States Code, Part 1692A. All right? All right? That is title. All right? Title 15, United States Code, Part 1692, Subpart A. Definitions. All right? So when we look at Part 1, Subpart 1 of Part A in 1692, it says the term Bureau means the Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection, the CFA. So the Bureau is here to protect us. When you see the word Bureau, like credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, they have to protect us. They cannot be letting creditors just put negative stuff on our credit reports. Everybody get that? Is the light bulb going on? All right? So the term communication, when they communicate with you, means the conveying of information regarding a debt directly or indirectly to any person through any medium. Didn't say citizen. It said person. You understand? Because you have to be protected as a consumer. So now we get into the good stuff. The third part of this 1692 Part A, Title 15, it states the term consumer means any natural person obligated or allegedly obligated to pay any debt. Do you see how the other term said person when it comes to communicating with a person? But when it comes to trying to collect the debt as a creditor, they make sure it's called a natural person. That's the difference. There's a difference between a person as a citizen who has jurisdiction under the corporation of the United States and the consumer who is separate from the corporation of the United States and operate as a federal protected consumer. There is a big difference. This is how we balance, and this is how we get our money back that's owed to us because we've been infringed upon. These are lawsuits. And I'm going to do a stream on how you can levy a lawsuit. The process into levying a lawsuit against these debt collectors. Because they don't have any right collecting a debt from you. It's fraud. All right? So when we talk about consumer, let's go into the term creditor. In Part 4 of this Part 1692 Part A, Title 15, the term creditor means any person. You see how I don't say any natural person? The creditor is no longer a natural person. They're a citizen. They're a corporate entity. That means they fall under the jurisdiction of the corporation called the United States. So any creditor, it means any person who offers or extends credit, creating a debt, or to whom a debt is owed. But such term does not include any person to the extent that he receives an assignment or transfer of a debt in default solely for the purpose of facilitating collection of such debt for another. What that means is the original creditor cannot sell the debt to a third-party debt collector just to facilitate collecting a debt. If you're not the original collector, you're already wrong for trying to approach me for some money. You're wrong right there. But if you sell my debt to a collector and on the paper it says this is an attempt to collect a debt, that's fraud and I can sue you in federal court. And I'll show you how at a later time. I want you guys to open your eyes as to what's going on. Because we do have rights. So let's get into the word debt, because that's been used a lot. So let's get into the word debt. The term debt means any obligation or alleged. When they claim that you owe a debt, if you acquiesce to the debt, you owe the debt. If they send you a letter, you have 30 days to respond. The debt is alleged. They didn't go to court and get a judgment first. They went to court and got a de facto judgment because you didn't appear. And they purposely made sure you didn't appear. You have a right to face your accuser and defend yourself. There's no standing in law with this. So the debt is alleged. It's assumed. You're assuming I owe this debt. I need you to validate it and prove it. How can I owe debt? The Banking Act of 1933 prevents that from even happening. So how can I possibly owe anything to you? This is the obligation of the United States. You can write that off and owe it to the United States. You're not allowed to work in cahoots with the credit bureau because that bureau is supposed to protect me first, not you. Why is the bureau letting you put this on my report? The bureau is to protect me under the laws of 1692, Title 15. And under the laws of Title 8 of Title 15, Subpart 8, or Code 8, you cannot do this. And I'm sorry, Title 18. All right? So I hope you're seeing how this is developing. So you cannot pay money airing out of a transaction in which the money, property, insurance, or services which are the subject of the transaction are primarily the personal, family, or household purposes, whether or not such obligation has been reduced to judgment. So if they get a judgment first, it is considered a debt. But if they don't get a judgment from the judge first and they just put it on your report, they are committing fraud, which they do 99% of the time. Because you would have gotten the notice and you would have been given the opportunity to argue it based on your consumer rights. You weren't. So when we go into the term debt collector, all right? The term debt collector, which is part 6 of this title. The term debt collector means any person who uses any instrumentality of interstate commerce or the mails in any business. If they mail you a letter saying you owe something, that's fraud. The principal purpose of which is to the collection of any debts. You send me a letter saying you're attempting to collect a debt, that's fraud. Or who regularly collects or attempts to collect directly or even indirectly. If they go through your cousins or friends, or wife or spouse, that's fraud. That's a lawsuit. You got to pop. You're going to pop them in court. Debts owed or due or asserted to be owed or due another, notwithstanding the exclusion provided by Chapter Clause F of the last sentence of the paragraph. The term includes any creditor who is in the process of collecting his own debts, uses any name other than his own, which would include that a third-party person is collecting or attempting to collect such debts. For the purpose of section 692, part 6 of this title, such term also includes any person who uses any instrumentality of interstate commerce or the mails in any business the principal purpose of which is the enforcement of security interests. Do you guys understand that? And it goes even farther, and I'm going to explain that. But I just wanted to graze the top, the ceiling. I wanted to kind of give you guys introspection as to what this is about. This is not sovereign stuff. This is law. This is federal law. And I want you guys to study that, man. At the moment in time of what's going on right now, our lives are changing. And they're changing in a dramatic way. So with that being said, this is your one and only Khonsu Sheshmar Moon. Team Osiris is on the horizon. Peace. And we out.